Hilarious accurate.
Well, and on top of that, I think that in a lot of the Goosebumps episodes, and this one obviously, you have a common trope is the person who's the leadership or the authority figure is uncaring to a child's needs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's been pretty thematic.
Yeah.
Pretty much every episode we watched so far is kind of like a stereotype of the parent, or in this case the counselor or the camp leader, is just being a massive jerk, uncaring, basically being a problem to the main character.
Mm-hmm. A total credge.
A total credge.
There seem to be two main archetypes so far, and one would be like toxic sibling relationships, and then the other one would be the negligent authority figure, whether it's a parent or someone else.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like toxic brother and sister relationships, or brother sister relationships, and then the authority figures that are like aloof and negligent.
Yeah, R.L. Stine is definitely unpacking here. There's definitely some feelings that he's releasing out onto his audience about his own life.
Well, no, it's good we're getting into this because I've actually booked Slavoj Žižek as our guest for next week to do some Lacanian psychoanalysis of R.L. Stine through his work. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, if we can climb the ladder that high, a thought I have about this is how kind of, when you're a kid, you're basically told authority figures are unimpeachable, right? Like you don't talk back, you listen to what they're told and everything. And horror, a lot of horror and a lot of comedy too comes from incongruity, right? So the subversion of that expectation. So if you're a kid and you're told authority figures are good, they are to be trusted, they are in charge, and then you're presented with a case where that seems to be bad, that tension is kind of where, any kind of fear or horror or unease would come from. And R.L. Stine gets that. He gets it 100%.
This episode has that in spades.
Yeah.
Like it's every scene has something to do with that relationship.
Yeah, really kind of an escalation of that very dynamic throughout the entire 2-episode sequence right up until the very end. But, we'll get into that within the next 4 hours by the time we get to the end of part 2.
We are really deep diving into this one here.
Yeah, all right.
When you're writing... Let's
get some plot points down. Plot points.
It's R.L. Stine picked the perfect audience because when your audience is children, there's no other power dynamic tension in their lives besides their siblings or their parents.
Yeah, and that's
other,
it. Siblings,
teachers,
parents, or
whatever.
teachers. The end. That's all you know.
Or librarians in the case of Mr. Mortman.
Librarians.
Yeah.